right? Oh my God, I shouldn't do that. But, you know, things happen. Okay, I'm coping somehow. Anybody out there telling you, you shouldn't drink, or shouldn't do this, shouldn't do that, you know, you're going to figure that out for yourself. Anybody can tell you to do whatever you want, but we learn more from our mistakes than we do from our fucking, like, you just do something to do it. You're either programmed to do it, or you're going to do the opposite. I mean, it's one way or the other. Anyways, none of that makes sense, so I'll just shut up. Anyways, the reason I'm making this is going to be a little intro, because a couple nights ago, I was pretty peed off. Venting on the way home about a certain individual who was bad-mouthing Western Magic again, and like, I don't fucking, you know, I made a video prior to that, this video, which was about praxis, and if you have Christian belief systems and all that shit inside of you, well then, you can use it to your benefit. As long as you don't have this belief in you that, you know, money is of the devil or magic is of the devil and all this shit, you can change your perspective and still keep these core beliefs that are in you since a young age. I mean, that's very complicated. I'm not going to get into that. It's like, to be honest, I can do it. I'm doing it. But to explain exactly how it worked for me, it's very hard. I can only speculate on what I think happened. But nonetheless, all that aside, what I'm trying to say here is the video you're about to watch, that's going to be on as soon as I'm done talking now, was made a few days ago when I was very upset. So I say a lot of things. I fucking mean every fucking word. Don't get me wrong. I mean every fucking thing I say, okay? But it's coming from a place that bad things were happening. I was in a bad mood, had a bad day, and so I put on a video, and then this guy started bagging on Western Magic, and I'm already in a bad mood. So a lot of shit came out, you know what I mean? I had to let it all out. Frustration I was having with somebody at work, whatever the case was, I let out, and the person on the other end of this is getting it all, you know what I mean? And it's just, like I said, I mean everything I say is accurate, but, you know, whatever's talking through me is giving me the words, but my emotions, or the emotions that were controlling me at the time, you know, we're in the wrong place. And I have a rule that I normally don't make videos if I'm upset, angry, pissed off, you know. I normally don't make videos. That's why. That's what you get. But, all that being said, I watched a Birch video last night, and I used to do a radio show with somebody, a guy who was being accused of a bunch of different things. Some things as bad as, I don't know if it was rape or molestation or something like that, and so instead of just taking a side, either for or against, he wanted some proof. He wanted some fucking proof, and what's the facts? What's going on? Like, why is this person Candelo being whatever? And after getting some of the proof, it was of his opinion that, you know, that's probably, a lot of it's probably horseshit. Because a lot of these people are competitors, some of them are ex-girlfriends, and it just seems like they all have an axe to grind. And then a lot of people started attacking him. So basically, everybody he's ever had on his show who had a problem with him, he called out and, you know, whatever. And after watching him do that, I was like, you know what? Because I made this video, like I said, on Tuesday night, and I never released it. And I played it on my podcast after the praxis stuff. The last half an hour is this video. But I never put it on. And then I watched that and I saw him calling out everybody and, you know, standing up for what he believes and not censoring himself and saying, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, all these people. Maybe I'll play a clip of it. I decided to say, you know what, fuck it. If I feel a certain way, then I should fucking let it out. And if people like it, great. If they don't like it, whatever. You know, it doesn't matter. But, so yeah, I decided to put it out here. And that's the real scene. And I may put a clip on of the first thing prior right before I get in my little rant, just so you see what I'm talking about. But anyways, so that's enough. So yeah, enjoy. And none of this is to offend anybody. None of this is to piss off anybody. If you are a fan of this person that I'm talking about, I tried to say his name. If you're a fan of anybody who bags on Western Magic, well, that's fine. You can do that. It's okay. Just because I don't like somebody doesn't mean that you have to stop liking me or have to hate on me because I don't like somebody or don't think somebody is worth watching anymore. You don't have to take my safe perspective. You don't have to even stop watching my stuff. You can if you want. I mean, that's all up to you. But just because I have an opinion on somebody doesn't mean that if I insult this person that you like or is a teacher for you, you have a different experience with them. We all have a different experience. It's the reason why, say you have a brother or a sister. You guys have the same mom, but your mom to you is different than your mom to that other person, right? And we see this. We see some children that are super codependent, some children that are super independent. You know what I mean? This happens, and it's the same mom. You know what I mean? Sometimes even twins are like that, for God's sake. So you can have a different experience with this man than I do. Everything can be like that, and there's no reason for anybody to have to hate me or not like me or hate him or not like him just because I have a problem. If I have a problem with an individual, I'm going to say it, and hopefully we can be like men, get it out in the open, deal with it, and then it's done. But I don't think that's the case. But nonetheless, like, where I grew up, where I'm from, if you have a problem with somebody, you do something about it. If someone's pissing you off, you say something. If someone won't leave you alone, they're fucking with you, you fucking fight them. You know what I mean? We don't just let things go. We don't let, if someone's gonna say a bunch of shit, they best be ready to back it up. You know what I mean? If you're gonna talk shit, you better be able to fucking back your shit up, or else you need to stop talking shit. Nowadays, it's not like that. Nowadays, you got a whole fuckload of people that'll say and bully and tease, do whatever the fuck they want online, behind their fucking computer screen, behind the fucking safety of their desk, this fake online presence, fake fucking names or whatever the case is, and they don't have to be held accountable for it. They can say whatever the fuck they want. You know what I mean? And some of these people are influencing children, some generations of people. Yet they can't be held accountable for their actions because, they're not real. And so if somebody I watched or watching is saying something that I know is bullshit, I know is horse shit, for example, the example of bagging on Western magic, like Western magic doesn't work. Yet it's been around for how fucking long, and it's been working just fine. It's in the movies. We know people about Aleister Crowley, who performs Western magic. People think he's some Satan worshiper or the beast or all that. He called himself the Antichrist because he wanted to destroy Christianity. That's what his goal was. His goal was to free people from Christianity, which is a lot like what Thunder Wizard's saying. But this guy, Aleister Crowley, was a hell of a lot closer to doing it than Thunder Wizard is. A lot of people might think he's evil and all that, and all I would say to you is, I don't know, I wasn't there, but I would read up on it, and not just look at stuff that is confirming that Aleister Crowley was an evil man. Read some of his books. He's got this one yogi book, and it's really fucking good. About teaching about pranayama. It's fucking really one of my favorites by from him. I mean, his one's the law, and he's got some really popular ones. Anyways, the point I'm trying to say is, anybody out anywhere trying to say that Western magic is bullshit, it's like, holy fuck, man. Any kind of Thelema or Thelemites, Rosicrucianism, I mean, this shit is all Western magic. Say what you want, it's Western magic. So, unless you got some fucking vague-ass, stupid definition for Western magic, and that it only includes law of attraction and New Age, that's horseshit. That doesn't make sense, first of all. So, that doesn't work. But Western magic is ceremonial magic in a sense. So, a lot of it's incorporated by that. So, you're going to bag on that and say it's too intellectual, and we think we can do whatever we want, blah, 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 blah. It's like, buddy, you've never practiced this shit, you've never done it, you've never been inside a fucking circle, you've never actually fucking conjured or evoked spirits, then don't fucking talk shit about shit you have no fucking idea. You're scared about the idea, think it's fucking not real because you don't think it's possible because you've never tried it, so you're just gonna tell people that it's not real, yet it's fucking real, and you can do this shit. But your mind, your intellectual, your whatever you want to call it, your persona, your person, you are not made for ceremonial magic or any of this power, because you're the type of person that would abuse that power. It's written all over you. It can be easily seen by most. You're the type of guy that gets power, you abuse it. You get in a place of power, you abuse it. It's the reason why you're probably single at this age, because you get in a relationship and you can't fucking handle it. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I don't want to get personal. Point is, there's a lot that I could read on your body language, your face, the things you say, and exactly how, even by the way you portray your life, even though that's exaggerated and not completely correct. There's a lot I can see. And, it's not nice to do that. And that's the difference between me and you. Even though I can call you out on all your bullshit and all your lies, you're like that kid that goes to school and lies about everything, and most people just let him say the lies because it's not worth getting into the argument and saying you're full of shit. But you're full of shit. Most people just let you talk out your ass because they don't want to fucking say differently. But anyways. Holy fuck, I don't know where I was going with that. But let's rock out some tunes, I guess. Because I'm going to keep getting into why I'm upset with this person who bags on Western magic. They have no idea. You're not meant to wield power, real power. So you get shamanism, your type of shamanism, and you're going to tell people that you fucking re-engineered or reverse-engineered some shit, and now you have this awesome power, the thunder path, and the heart center, but the shit around the heart center is what you're really working with. And most people don't know what the hell they're talking about, but this is the real shit what you're talking about, and blah, 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 blah. It's like, holy fuck, really? Like, my God. My shit's too intellectual, but you're gonna fucking, wow, it doesn't matter. Okay. Just, if you can't see your own hypocritical bullshit in your own fucking, your own hypocrisy mostly, in your own ignorance. Obviously, it's very hard to see your own ignorance, so I get it, but it's just ridiculous. You say one thing and do the same fucking thing you say not to do. Like, wow. Okay, well, good teacher you are. Anyways, all this is to say that I don't hold anything personally against this person. Forgive him. He doesn't know what he fucking does. He doesn't know what he's doing is wrong. He thinks it's okay to fucking say whatever the fuck he wants. He's just a person on YouTube or whatever, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter. Well, I'm holding you accountable. And you're being held accountable. You should be held accountable. And, you're going to put out bullshit and lies, wonder why you're not making more money. Well, I can tell you exactly why you're not making more money. Why you're not as popular as you wish you were. So, but doesn't mean I want bad things for this person. I want this person to succeed. I want everybody to do well. I want everybody to succeed. I want everybody to get whatever the fuck they want. So, as if everybody got what they wanted, I'm not saying the world would be perfect. No, that's not the case. If everybody got what they wanted, then they would just want new stuff, more stuff, different stuff. That's how it works. That's the truth to everything. There's always going to be something you're going to want. There's always going to be more. You get to 100,000 subscribers, you're going to want 200,000 or a million. You get $1 million, you're going to want $1 billion. It's always going to increase.
In 10 kilometers, take exit 715 onto County Road 31 toward Winchester.
Never going to be completely fulfilled unless you change within. Unless you realize that nothing can completely fulfill you, but things can give you momentary happiness. From time to time, you can be kind of happy. You can be okay with things. You know what I mean? Then, you'll figure. Then you'll be okay. You realize, okay, what do I need to be happy? What are all the things that I think will make me happy? Start achieving those things. On the way to achieving those things is where you're going to get your greatest happiness. That's where the serotonin is released. It's when you're achieving the things. Not once you get them. Once you get them, you're done. Then you need something new to achieve. Anyways. I think that's it. I just wanted to put this in here just to say that I don't hold anything personal against anybody, or even this guy. And if you are a big fan of this person, and you were starting to watch my stuff, do whatever you got to do, okay? I'm not going to tell you what not to do. All I'm saying is it's not an attack on you. If you like this person, then that's great. If he's teaching you stuff and it's working, then that's fucking awesome. I'm happy for you. For me, I can't stand by and watch somebody insult tell the world that it doesn't work, or it's fake, or whatever, when they don't have first-hand knowledge or have never practiced it. And admittedly said so in multiple videos. That I'm in the process of recording And if it's ever, I never said that, then I'll fucking play it and show, yeah, you fucking said it. Here. So don't try to fucking lie and say you never said it. That's horseshit. You said it. But anyways, so I just can't stand by and watch that anymore. And you know, that's the thing. I was enjoying his channel. I really was. I was turning on his channel almost every day, or every time he had a show. I was enjoying it. Can't. Something like that just reveals his true nature, you know? It's just like, no. I can't allow myself to be... You become the people you hang out with. Your closest 5 friends, you know? That's why if you want to make more money, if you move somewhere where the income is higher, you know? I forget the word I'm looking for. You know, like every year, there's a... what's the word? Damn it, I can't think of it. But anyways, the cost of living is higher. If you go somewhere, the cost of living is higher, you're going to make more money. Simple. You want to be a movie star, you go to Hollywood. That kind of shit. Does it work for everybody? No. Obviously not. It can't. If everybody got what they wanted, then there'd be no... Anyways, I'm babbling. I'm not feeling too well right now, so I'm just going to let you guys go and leave it at that for now. And I'll come back on later. Alright. Thanks for listening. I'm sorry if I offended anybody. Alright. I'm done work and I'm back, bitches! No, witches! Haha, my magicians and my witches, my new agers, maybe even some shamanators and some fucking new agers, whatever. A couple more things I want to add to what I'm saying. So, ceremonial magic, Western magic, whatever you want to call it. In the Bible itself, not in the Bible, but the Christ, the nativity story, okay? The 3 wise men with 3 magi. Whatever, take that for what you want. King Solomon, Old Testament, also a magician. He believed in multiple gods, also Jehovah, apparently. If that's fake, that's okay. We have on record, though, many magicians. Gods, also Jehovah, apparently. If that's fake, that's okay. We have on record, though, many magicians, the Druids. Druidcraft of the Wise is still a witchcraft to this day, which is in ceremonial magic. But there is many traditions. There's many magicians. The Greeks wrote it down. They didn't always like or trust people that were magicians, but there's many spells back then. There was different curses. There's a lot of proof that magic, ceremonial magic, Western magic has been around for a long fucking time. It's not new. It's not fucking new. None of it's new. There's some new concepts that are added to it. Like chaos magic, for example, takes, the basics from these different magics and then they do their own thing because they realize that you don't have to do the old traditions, Whether you want to admit it or not, ancestors, people that did witchcraft, people that were Christians, the magicians, the Druids, the shamans, all did some kind of sacrifice. Sometimes it was human, sometimes it was animal, but they did it, okay? We don't like that. We know that. That's not nice. But there's a lot of shit people don't understand or realize about that. For example, for the Druids, around the Ireland area, as far as I can tell, and from what I read, it was part of the penal system. So if you were caught doing something bad, it tarnished your whole family name, Maybe you had to go to jail, locked up, and your family was branded as that because the blood that ran through you was the same as your uncle who fucking stole shit. Well, if your uncle wanted to, he could sacrifice himself, and that would make your name no longer tarnished because, okay, he did a bad deed, but you know what? He was man enough to take his own life for sacrifice himself so his family wouldn't be punished for his fucking sins. Now that's honorable. That's a fucked up thing. I'm not saying we should do something like that now. That is honor. And that's how a lot of these different places where we talk about sacrifice is done, a lot of these different places, that's how the sacrifice was done. It was part of a penal system. Not always in that same regard, but the bad people, we didn't want to keep them, we didn't want to feed them like we do today, spending a bunch of dollars on rehabilitation centers or jails, correctional facilities, whatever. But back then, it's like, let's just off offer them to the gods. Sorry guys, you fucked up on this one. We'll sacrifice them back to you and take that energy and make a new human. Who knows? But a lot of it had to do as a deterrent from people to not do more bad acts. We sacrifice this fucker for the greater good so no one else goes around doing this shit. Maybe they did it for some stupid reasons. Maybe someone came into power and said, oh, you bumped into my wife, I'm sacrificing you, or stupid little things like, oh, you didn't pay your taxes because you couldn't afford it because you had to feed your family, sacrifice. No, who knows? I don't know. I'm not going to claim to know. But that is part of the sacrifice. But my point is, we don't do those same fucking things just because they're an unbroken line of tradition that people have been doing forever. It's like we take what we need and we say, no, those things weren't very smart. They had different mindsets, different reasons, a whole different perspective than we have today. I mean, it's impossible for us to think the same way as them because we don't have the same circumstances. So for us to judge those people, it's like, no. And, the Christians like to talk about everybody else and all these barbaric, fucking, primitive, fucking sacrificing people. But it's like, whether you believe it or not, I'm not saying it's real or not, but apparently crucifixion was a real thing. So that's pretty brutal. That's a pretty brutal sacrifice. Fucking pretty, horrible. Not only that, if you believe what they did to Jesus, right? I mean, let's get this motherfucker a crown of fucking thorns after we whip him, jab him in this fucking heart when he's on the thing, nail him to the cross, or even just tie him there, whichever one. But let's make him carry that fucker up a fucking uphill after not eating, not sleeping, going to die. It's like, we're going to kill you anyways, but carry this up because we don't want to carry it for you. Like I said before, I made the joke, like I would tell them to go fuck themselves. What are they going to do? Kill me? They're already going to kill me. That's why it's ridiculous. But nonetheless, I mean, that's pretty brutal. That's some kind of fucked up sadistic sacrifice and shit there from the people that passed judgment on these other cultures that did sacrifice. Part of their penal code as well, the same as the Romans. Now I know, but it's Roman Catholic, is it not? So I mean, anyways, it doesn't matter. But in these old libraries, like Alexandria, for example, before it was burned down, that library was where many people went to study all different spiritualities. A lot of different groups could get together and whatever. There was different fucking races, religions, and cultures everywhere. And magicians were one of them. This shit was like whatever time you want to think it is. But it's old. Now, shamanism may be even older for sure. Probably, but nonetheless, this is still not a new concept. It's new compared to something that might be 70,000 years old, and this one might only be 2,000 or 5,000 years old, but it's still pretty fucking old, and it's been being used for a long fucking time. So, it's just ridiculous for anybody to just bag on Western magic when they have no idea about it, when there's facts there that you can find. You can find these older traditions and what they did. Once again, we take what we need and we leave what we don't. A lot of shamanism comes from native people. I know. Anyways, it doesn't matter. We can change the races for which race was really where. It's like these people were white people. They weren't native people, so therefore I'm okay to be a white shaman. It's like, whatever, do what you want, but don't justify it in some fucked up way. Like, whatever, man. Practice what you want to practice. Do what you gotta do. But we can all intuitively get the knowledge we need and follow our fucking path. And this is my fucking path. So if anybody's gonna come out here and diss my path, I'm done with them. Once again, anybody who he's helped, who watches him, who watches me right now and hears this, because I get pretty brutal. I took it pretty personally, and I was very upset, and I know, it's not nice, it's not right, but I'm human. I'm fucking human. I'm gonna make fucking mistakes. I'm gonna flip out when someone's bagging on my tradition. Just like people get mad if I go around saying, well, you can still be a Christian and perform magic, do it successfully, and make money. And here's the proof. Greater Xavier fucking does it, and he's making 6 fucking figures from his programs, from YouTube, from all these different avenues. He's doing it. He's proof. And go watch Bob Proctor. He'll teach you how to do the praxis thing. He'll teach you how to make fucking money and use your beliefs that are ingrained in your fucking head. You can do it. Everybody can do it. People get mad because it goes directly against what they're teaching or what they're trying to do, which might be break down Christianity. And I'm okay with that. He wants to do that, that's fine. And I'm just trying to help people with what they have. If they can't afford to do programs, or they can't go afford to see a psychiatrist or do a hypnosis session, or whatever the case is, to remove this programming, well, maybe they don't need to. Maybe they can simply use it to their benefit. They can consciously know it's not real, but in the subconscious, it was real because it was ingrained to them as a kid. So let's use this Jesus programming or whatever programming you got to your benefit and make that motherfucker manifest for you. What's the fucking harm in that? But people get all bent out of shape because of that and then start bagging on the whole Western magic idea. Like, come on. It wasn't personal. I'm trying to help people. That's it. I'm not trying to help myself. I personally don't believe in that religion anymore. I personally don't think there's anything factual in the Bible. But it doesn't change the fact that if we were programmed by it, we might as well use it to our fucking benefit. Why the fuck not? You know, it just makes sense. And if more people fucking did that, then maybe people would see the Bible in a whole different way, in a way that's not to persecute and pass judgment and condemnation, when the book says not even to do that. Why do you see the something in your brother's eye and don't see the log in yours? Thou shalt not judge, or don't judge your... I forget how it fucking goes, but it's like, for if you judge people, the same amount of judgment will be passed upon you, basically. You know what I mean? So, but I can't stand hypocrites. I can't fucking stand hypocrites. To me, it's worse than someone who's ignorant. Because at least someone who's ignorant just doesn't know. But when someone knows better, someone who preaches fucking using critical thinking so much, talks about how you reverse engineers his own shit, which you have to critically think about, you know, he's doing that to spirituality. Someone who fucking says all that shit and then goes and says Western magic is too intellectual and they're too in their heads. It's like, what the fuck, really? And then doesn't practice the system, but yet can give you an opinion on why it doesn't work, or flat out tell you it's horseshit, or it's too intellectual, or this is how you open your... But no one talks about opening your fucking third eye like that. Like, what, you watch two fucking people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and you're gonna pass judgment on the whole fucking thing? Like, come on, man. Anybody can do that shit. I could put on some fucked up shamans on here and say shamanism's all fucked based on these two fucking retards who don't know what the fuck shamanism is. But if I use them as the fucking scale to judge all of shamanism or animism, whatever the case is, then that's the same fucking ruler you're using to judge fucking magic, Western magic. It's like, man, that's not how this shit works. That's why I say I can't stand hypocrites, because that's very hypocritical. To tell people, you know, blah, 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 and then go and do the same fucking thing out of scarcity because you're scared people are going to fucking go do that shit and empower their lives instead of buying your fucking products or whatever the case may be. I mean, maybe he really thinks it doesn't work. Maybe he really thinks it doesn't work. And in that case, instead of just, I think it doesn't work, but I'm not sure, but I'm just going to go say it anyways. It's like, once again, hypocrite. Do the fucking work. Do the fucking research you're always going on about. Look up both fucking sides. You'll figure it out pretty fucking fast that it's fucking real. And even if you just don't go by the words of people, try a couple practices, do a couple fucking things. I go on and on about, I always use the example of manifesting $3,000, right? Everybody knows that, okay? I have done that. I've actually done that in real time, I think, on camera not that long ago. Guess what? My wife, this Wednesday it just passed, she was owed a back pay of $6,000 because when she got her last 2 raises, they didn't pay her. So for the last 2 years, the extra money that she got between the raise, that added up to $6,000. She got taxed. Guess what she took home? Fucking $33,000. Sorry, $3,300. I wish. $3,300. We just got $3,000. Why do you think that is? I mean, she knew this was coming, potentially. It was in the works, but they weren't expecting it. And then, bam, it comes after doing a sigil for $3,000, putting on candles for $3,000. This shit works. You get some symbolism in your fucking mind. It puts the energy on the astral, and then it manifests in your fucking life. It's simple. There's nothing intellectual about it. You make it complicated. People make it fucking complicated. People that are in scarcity, they don't want people to do easier systems. They want to do the complicated shit that the old people did that doesn't make sense anymore in our day and age. They make it fucking complicated and hard and intellectual. They're making their own system. This guy's making his own system so much more complicated than it has to be. Just so he can sound fucking smart? Holy fuck, man. So, I just wanted to add that to this. I'm taking a big chance putting this out there. But I don't care. Yeah, I'm done. I can't watch someone anymore who's going to keep bagging on what I do, because, like he said in one of his most recent videos, the more you repeat something, the more it gets someone's head. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. So the more I watch a video that says Western magic isn't real, it's going to deprogram all the programming I put in myself that this stuff manifests in my life. And everybody can program themselves to either that this stuff works or it doesn't work. So if this person is saying that your tradition isn't working, you need to do the same thing I'm doing and turn them off. Now, it's your call. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do. That's not what I do here. I don't tell people what to believe, what to do. I tell people what helps me. And I also know, because if I know what helps me, then I know what's not going to help me. And what's not going to help me is when I'm practicing a tradition that works hella good, and then some motherfucker who hasn't practiced it goes around saying it doesn't work, even though he has no fucking idea. Well, I watch that too many times or hear it too many times, it can deprogram me. Maybe that's his point. Who the fuck knows? Probably. But I can't watch that anymore. So I'm already unsubscribed, so I don't even get his little fucking thing to tell me when he's live and all that shit. It's not an insult or anything. I mean, I'd watch him if I knew, if I didn't know how the mind worked, or if the mind didn't work this way, then I could still watch him. But the fact of the matter is, the more you hear something, the more likely it is to program you and make that real into reality. Therefore, I can't afford that to happen, because everything is going so great in my life. And I watched this video and it pissed me off. Program you and make that real into reality. Therefore, I can't afford that to happen, because everything is going so great in my life. And I watched this video and it pissed me off. Now, I used to watch him for that reason, to see where I have programming and all that. But I programmed myself to be able to do Western magic. And now every time he bags on Western magic saying it's not real, it's like, that's not a trigger, that's not a soft spot, that's not some programming in me that's making me do that. I mean, it is. I just said it is. Like, I program myself that this stuff works and it's real, and I have the proof. And Frederick Xavier is one of my mentors in the book of All the Great Work, Self-Transformation, plus all the other books that are out there about this shit. I mean, I've used them all to program myself. I'm not going to undo all that work because of this fucker. So, like I said, if you stop talking about Western magic being shitty, like, I don't, you know, like I said before, when I fucking prove that affirmations work, but you have to do them a specific way, and it's not the traditional way that people just say something and all that. But because he said in one of his most recent videos too that they have the one part right, they have to add emotion to it. Well, yeah, that's what magic is. You take your thought, you add action, you put emotion into it. That's why ceremonial magic, ritual magic is the shortcut. Affirmations will work, but it takes a lot longer. But you can use the symbolism. And what ritual magic is, it's making an impression on your subconscious mind on a faster level. So one ritual can help you manifest stuff right off the hop, because we intellectualize, realize how science and the mind works. So with all that knowledge, we were able to put together a system to get faster results. That's what this is. Oh no, it's too intellectual. Yeah. But it was done properly so that you get faster results. So you can do the slow bullshit that this fucker does, or you can take the shortcuts that get you the things you want faster. And yeah, maybe getting $3,000 isn't your sole desire, but it sure helps pay the fucking bills, and you don't have to worry about bills for a little bit. So maybe you can take some time off so you can figure out what your true soul desire might be. Anyways, that's why I do magic. That's why I manifest the things that I want or need in my life. We have this ability. You don't have to go around... You don't have to go around trying to find your soul desire to be able to manifest things. That's horseshit. That's bullshit. And you do need to find your soul desire at some point, yeah. But we have the ability, and I mean, Diana, the Aradia Gospel of the Witches, okay? If you should have need for something, you can ask once in the month. Best it be best when the moon is full. You go to some desert place. You're allowed to ask for something once a month from the fucking moon, and it'll manifest for you. It doesn't say it has to be your soul desire, but you can ask to find out what your soul desire is if you want. You can use magic for that. It's not a fucking problem. but you can manifest the fucking things you want to get through your current circumstances. You know, finding your soul desire is not going to do you much good if you're in a bunch of debt, and you have a house and all this shit you need to pay. But maybe if you paid off those bills, and then you can find it. You still have a responsibility. You're taking care of kids that, you know, you got to wait till they're 18 and for them to go off and do things. And maybe you want to help them out and all that. Well, you manifest some money so they can go to school and get what they need. Maybe you need counseling. Maybe you need therapy to get over your shit. You fucking get the money so you can do that shit. You know what I mean? Like, finding your soul desire and all this, blah, blah, blah. Fuck off, man. It's not the only thing we're here to fucking do is find your soul desire. It's probably the one thing we should do, but, and here's another thing. Two minds are better than one. As above, so below, as within, so without. We have to connect both our minds, the male and the female, right? But you're supposed to kind of do that. Now, this is not a gender or a... it's not about homosexuality and all that. I have the belief that two women or two men or someone who's a different gender of any kind can be happy with anybody they fucking want. And sometimes maybe some people are meant to be alone. I don't know. I can't tell you for sure. But what I do know is when you have two people and your other half fucking completes you like my wife does, and we finish each other's sentences and shit like that, and now we're on the same page, your magic takes off, because my magic is taking off, because my wife is behind me 100%, and she believes in me now. So her mind and my mind are connected, intertwined, so things happen twice as fucking fast. And that's a good thing, and that's something people should strive for. And anybody wants to come after me, you gotta understand that I have my wife's mind accessible at any time to help me get what I fucking need to get. And if you're gonna come try to attack me, well, guess what? I also have her protection. We're both protected. Well, we're protected by a lot of things, from the ancestors to all the little fucking things. And you can say all those little fucking amulets and charms and wards don't mean shit. Yeah, okay, they don't mean shit. Even though these things have been around since before Christ. The Greeks have books about all these different fucking things that they used to make for curses and amulets and wards and all that shit. So if you think it's bullshit, then that's fine, but that just means your shit ain't gonna work on me. Because whether it's a real thing that keeps away evil or it's a symbolic gesture that tells my mind that I'm protected 100%, then boom. And before someone says that's too intellectual, that doesn't make sense, that's all blah, 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 it's okay. Go look up the placebo effect. What is that? Doctors use that every fucking day. Give someone a sugar pill and their headache goes away. Yeah, there's no Advil or Tylenol in that period. Why is that? Because your mind has a symbolic thing that says, I take this, this is going to go away. Therefore, it goes away. What is magic? It's a lot of placebo effects. We're tricking ourselves in this stuff. And except we understand energy and how powerful and potent it is to put energy into the astral realm that we know is there, because we can fucking do shit on it. We go into our dreams and we can astral travel, we can lucid dream, we can do all these things. We know these realms are there. So the difference between the placebo effect and fucking actual magic is we put so much energy into something and then we get rid of that something. So like whatever it is, whether it's a sigil, whether it's a candle, you put all the energy you want, and this thing says, I want $3,000, I have $3,000 in this realm in present tense. Put all that energy into that fucking thing. Then when that thing is gone, the other realm has to have the same thing in this realm. So if you put energy and it's up there in the astral, or wherever the astral is, it's not really up there, it's just on, I can't tell you where it is, but I've been there. But anyways, then once you get rid of that symbolic representation, it comes down here. This is something that's been being done for fucking thousands of years, and it works. It's not a new concept. But if you don't know that because you never practiced or read upon it, you're just going to say, oh, this is all bullshit, it doesn't work that way. It's like, no, you're bullshit. You don't work that way because you're not smart enough to fucking realize it. Grow some hair, asshole. Oh, that bullshit doesn't work that way. It's like, no, you're bullshit. You don't work that way because you're not smart enough to fucking realize it. Grow some hair, asshole. Oh, that was cheap. That was cheap. But anyways, I'm done. I said what I had to say. I'm good. I'll play it now for you. It's going to be rough. I apologize to anybody who is fans of this person. I already unsubscribed, so if he does call me out on anything, I'm not going to get it because I'm not going to look at his channel. But if he does, someone please let me know so I can respond. If he ever says anything, calls me out or says, let's do a live together where we're both live and we can both talk, then I will absolutely be there less than an hour after I get the message. I promise that. That's fucking, I'm not worried at all. I got divine protection. I've got ancestor protection. I'm not worried. So if anything ever comes to this, because I don't watch his channel and I'm not going to watch his stuff because it's not going to do me any good. Watching him now is like watching conspiracy theory shit. Because conspiracy theory shit can program you even though it's not accurate. Well, this guy is now full of shit, but he repeats it enough that it can program me and go against the programming that I put in there. So it's on the same level. So I have to turn him off because to me, there's no difference between conspiracy shit and this fucking guy's channel. So that's just my opinion, and that's why personally I can't do it anymore. I'm not telling anybody to turn him off. If you are working hard and he's helping you and you're getting somewhere and you bought his programs and they work and all that, then fuck everything I just said, man. Don't worry about it. Keep doing you. Focus on what you need to focus on. Do what you need to do. And if he's helping you, then I'm so happy for you. And I wish everybody nothing but the best. Okay? Even him. So now you're going to get into this. Is going to be a lot darker, this part. It's going to be pretty brutal. But once again, no animosity against him, even though I just gave that cheap shot, obviously. I don't like the guy, obviously. But I mean, I don't hate him. I just think he's a flawed human being, because we all are. But I think you should know a little bit better, You should just know better. Why bring down other spiritualities? We have a common enemy that's trying to break us down, Some birch has a lot. When there's witch wars and magical practitioners fighting against each other, it's silly. And the reason is there's a church over there bent on your demise that would have no problem if they were allowed to, because it still says in the Bible that not suffer a witch to live. Well, you can say I'm a shaman, or I'm a ceremonial magician, or I'm just an astrologer, but we're all going to be classified as witch and be practicing witchcraft. So to say I'm not a fucking witch, or I'm not a this, I'm not a that, no, we're all going to be classified the same thing, and they would come burn us all at the fucking stake. So it's silly for us to fight. But I guess there's no changing some people. They just won't give up, and who cares if I'm right or he's right? Why can't we both teach what we want to fucking teach? And you can say, well, it's because it's bullshit. It's like, no, it's not, man. It's not. You fucking know it. Actually, you don't know it because you've never done it. So, but I have to turn it off because I don't want to fight with them, and I don't want to condone and promote fighting, and I don't want to keep making videos about me having to bash him and feel like I need to, it's so petty, and I wish I could be above that, but because I'm human, and it's always going to happen. As evolved as you can be and as depolarized as you can be, there's always going to be somewhere where you can be triggered and this can happen. And, the goal is to always get better. As these things happen, you'll learn from them and you get better. And that's what I'm trying to do. And I turned them off once, and then I went back to it, and I never again. I'm done. It's gone. I can't do it. I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to focus on the material that helps me out. I'm going to keep doing my own critical fucking thinking and figuring shit out, and then sharing that with people as I learn how to help myself out. Like, I've learned how to manifest stuff and do candle magic pretty well, so that's what I share the most out of. And then the philosophies that help me realize different spiritual things, I share those with people. That's what I do. I share what I know. I don't come out here and say, hey, I've never done this tradition, but here's why it's full of shit, even though I have no fucking proof. It's like, who does that? That's like the epitome of idiocy and hypocrisy and ignorance. So that's my opinion. But if he's helping you, then keep on. Because if you want to be a shaman and he knows a lot about shamanism, well, then yeah, he's going to program you to get that programming inside of you how to be a shaman. Because he is a self-proclaimed shaman and a teacher of that art and that science and that spirituality. Therefore, by watching other shamans, it will program you that shamanism is accurate and real and all that. So keep doing it, keep going. But if you're doing any kind of ceremonial magic or magic, with him shitting on it like that, it's not going to be good for your programming. So you either have to keep blanking it out when he talks about it, or fast forward so you don't hear it, or, figure out a way to watch him without that getting into your mind. But things that you consciously catch is not what you have to worry about. It's the things you don't catch. So if you're listening to it and you don't hear it or whatever. Anyways, I'm done. That's it. Now it's going to get darker. Here comes the me very upset on Tuesday night. All right, thank you for tuning in. Have a great night, everybody. All right, what's going on, y'all? It's a little brutal. Alright, what's going on, y'all? I'm trying to put this somewhere where you can actually hear me for once. Sucks because I gotta leave it plugged in. I don't know if you'll be able to fucking hear me. Alright, well, just hold it. So, what's with these fucking guys that have to fucking shit on Western magic all the time? Just to go ahead their shit. It's funny. Listen to this one guy, I won't say any names. It's going on about the whole breath and what it does. And it's like, that's like the middle pillar. I mean, it does the same fucking thing. The energy, white light comes through your head, goes to 5 different points. And the last one is going through the energy above and below your feet into the ground. But, you know, and then the same person has the audacity to say the Western magicians are in their head. It's like, Western magicians are doing these visualizations and techniques that you just explained in the fucking whole breath, you stupid fuck. Like, people just don't know what the fuck. They wouldn't go out there and say, hey, the whole breath is bullshit, you should do the middle pillar. Like, you know, it's like, why would, shamanism is horseshit. That's why you shouldn't do Western magic. It's like, once again, scarcity. It is as it is. I already know why he does it. So there's no big fucking whatever. I just find it funny after talking about him and directly going against something he teaches. He directly goes against something that I'm into. I just find it funny. Who the fuck knows what? Who the fuck cares? I don't have to defend my fucking practice. Because my practice is powerful. And there's powerful people on record making a ton of money doing it, way more than this individual. So, I mean, it is as it is. I don't really give a fuck. I don't need to defend ceremonial magic, Western magic, or even witchcraft for that matter. This guy is a shaman talking about sorcery and the left and right hand path and Taoism, and this is something I practiced a long time ago, and this and that thing. Bullshit. I don't like dissing on anybody. I just people are gonna fucking go against what I fucking say. I'm just gonna call it as it is, man. I did tarot to see if your intentions were good, and your intentions were good. But I can also do tarot in different divinations to see when you're horseshitting and fucking exaggerating. And buddy, it's not hard to smell the bullshit coming out of your fucking mouth sometimes. You fucking retard. Like, holy fuck. Anyways, all that's to say is now it's time to get into sex healing magic. Not really healing. Sorry, not really magic. Although it could be. But sex, the way you can use sex to heal. Not really that. That's not really the way to put it. But I'm going to get into some things. I just wanted to preface and start off with that little jab at the person who knows who it is. You know, if they respond in their little meek way that they've been doing whenever I say something, then I'll know 100% without a doubt that they watch my stuff. And if they don't, then it's like a win-win. So, we say, he had to bite his tongue even though he really wanted to diss me. Maybe disses me, then I know. So it's just is what it is. And I know it's petty, and I know it's childish, and I know it's stupid, but it's just like, you know, so is what he says. Like, he doesn't practice the tradition, yet he's got an opinion? Like, that is hypocritical. That is hypocritical. It's like, I don't know, and I don't do Western magic, but I know it's too intellectual. How? And not to mention, your spirituality should be a little intellectual. You don't like it because the things we talk about it are a little too smart for you to understand. The things we get into are way above your pay grade and your spiritual grade. And the things we get into, you've been in this game for 30 or 40 years, according to what you say, or maybe even 50 years, and you haven't received this knowledge yet, so you're a little jealous, is kind of what it really sounds like. So the best you can come up with is, it's a little too intellectual. Fuck off, man. Grow up. Like, if you're jealous, then do the practice. Don't tell people to not empower themselves by doing this because you think our shit's better than your shit. And if your shit's better than our shit, well, then it'll sell itself. Like, who gives a fuck? It's not the point. Why crap on other? It's so stupid, you know? I don't get it. I understand faction fighting, you know, within the same faction or within all these other alternative spiritualities that we should be, you know, promoting, and yet we're just gonna fucking not promote each other, not help each other out. We're just gonna shit on each other. It's like, I don't want to do that. I did my best to try to promote, you know, this person in my last video and say, you know, I think he's offering a service and I think he's trying to do this and that. And, you know, maybe the things he's saying is impersonal, but once again, like, if you're going to talk about something that you have no idea what we're talking about, you can go and say, I'm projecting. You can go and say that I'm obviously triggered by your response, but it's like, you are talking out your ass. You've admittedly said you've never practiced this stuff, yet you can lend an opinion as if you fucking are some kind of expert. It makes no sense. You can't do that. It's the same reason you're saying people can't have an opinion or why they're wrong about flat earth. They're not an expert. They've watched a few videos that reinforce their belief systems, and then they go and have an opinion on it. Well, you're looking at the surface and not actually practicing it and then having an opinion of it. You're no fucking better. You're no fucking different. It tells me a whole lot about who the real man is. Scarcity. Hypocrite. Bullshit. Exaggeration. You know, it's like, fuck, man. Don't do that to yourself. Empower yourself. Don't fucking try to shit on other fucking things just because you, whatever the case is, too intellectual, too in our head to think we can just, yeah, we can. And we've proven it. Holy fuck, it ain't hard. It ain't hard. I did a soap ritual. I do water fucking magic all the time. I do candle magic all the time. It works every single fucking time. I can say that without a shadow of a doubt. I can make a candle saying someone's gonna wear a fucking red hat, and they're gonna fucking wear a red hat the next day. I could say something that he's gonna fuck up all his words in his next video, and it's gonna happen. I could bind somebody. I could fucking do whatever the fuck I want with a fucking candle, or with water, or with fire, or with earth, with the elements. Talk to the spirits. I can talk to entities that have past lives. I can evoke fucking spirits. It's not hard. Now, if you don't do it and you choose not to do it, that's your own fucking choice. But don't shit on the people that do it and say all Western magicians are fucking whatever. I'm ranting because it pisses me off. I'm trying to promote this guy. I guess it's not my place to promote him. But, you know, the other guy had an issue with him. He's messaging me off the hook. I tried to not fucking... I mean, everything I fucking said in those comments was just to bait those people. You know, asking them if they have more evidence or whatever the case was, to just debate them to see if they actually had anything. Or they were just upset about something this person said. But, you know, if you're going to take that the hard way, well, then you're not very evolved. Otherwise, it shouldn't fucking bug you. And it's obviously bugging you because this is what you're doing. And you can say it's not true, and you're not showing it in a way that can be proven. Smart, I get it, but I can see through you. So, fuck off. You know, you're crystal fucking clear to me. And, you know, it is as it is, but, you know, all this time without, anyways, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because clearly you're dealing with someone who's got a fucking very low childish mentality. And they think someone is against them or working against them or on their side, and they're just going to start whatever. So Just is as it is. I'm venting right now. I'm venting. Just is as it is. But I just don't understand why someone can say one thing, put all this blame on these people that don't do the right research and all that, and then he can go and do the same fucking thing. Not do any research, not have any first-hand knowledge, not an opinion. You know what I mean? Like, how the fuck do you know? You don't. You have no fucking idea. Therefore, you shouldn't have an opinion. You should shut your fucking mouth and talk about the shit you fucking know. Before someone shuts your fucking mouth for you. And, it's not my place. Not my place. I'd love to whine motherfuckers and do all this cool shit I've learned about in books. Whatever. But I mean, what's the point, right? What's the fucking point? Sometimes all these people have got no power in any other place in their life. So the only power they have is what they have in front of the camera. It's like these old bee priestesses that run these covens, and they just like running people. They pretend they know something, but it doesn't take long for people to figure out that they're full of shit. When people are out there making fun of other people and imposing their will on other people and trying to make other systems real shitty and think that their system is propel their system by putting down all the other systems. It's like, clearly you're in scarcity. If you were in abundance and everything was going great, there'd be no reason to do that, even if you thought that. Because there's many, I dare say many successful Western magicians that are doing absolutely phenomenal. Okay? Absolutely fucking phenomenal. A lot of Western magicians practice the way of Taoism and this shit he's pretending that he's the only one that knows anything about. But a lot of successful magicians that are way more successful than the person I'm speaking of. And it's like, you go out there and just clump them all together and say they don't know shit. Say that it's all blah, blah, blah. Like, fuck off. You're so... You're not... You'll get the naive. You'll get all the naive. And they might... Oh, shit. You'll get all the naive motherfuckers. Sorry, I just went through a fucking yellow light with a cop. Now he's coming up behind me. Awesome! I'll have to let this bitch go. Alright, so no coppers going after me. It's feeling like we're having a snowstorm right now. But I want to make it very clear that, I think it was my last video, the video before that, I said I only do this whenever someone directly goes against my tradition. Saying shit about my tradition. It bugs me. But I want to make it clear that I don't go around trying to tell people what to believe and what not to believe. I don't have to go against Christianity. I tell people to believe it or not. My whole last video was about how you can use your pro-Christian programming to your benefit. And I use Frederick Xavier to teach that lesson. And I watch these videos and shit. So whatever. Who knows if that has anything to do with it? Who knows? But it directly goes against what he's teaching. So it just is what it is. But all that aside, I don't tell people what they can and can't do. I tell people what I do and what's worked for me, and then the philosophies I've come up with. I don't say what works or what doesn't work. I've always lent an opinion on anything I've ever done, from the law of attraction shit I started off with, to, when I was in conspiracy shit, to whatever. Now, I am 34 years old. I turned 35 this year. Since I started doing magic, within the first fucking year, I was able to manifest 10 fucking grand before I got into ceremonial magic by using the law of attraction. But really, I wrote down, so it shall be written, so it shall be done. I written the shit I wanted down, put emotion into it, and it worked. That was my first fucking proof. Then I learned ceremonial magic, and that really blew my mind, because there's the 7 heretic principles that you can go by to teach you how to do magic. And ceremonial magic definitely follows those rules, and there's other rules within that, laws of magic and sephirods and blah, 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 blah. But the point is, I don't tell people what they can and can't do. I just speak on my experience. Now, in my experience, anybody going out there and telling you that their way is the way, that's fine. That's what we're supposed to be doing. But then going out of their way to tell you which ways don't work when there's ample proof that they do work and ample people doing that shit, it should be a big red flag. You know, not to mention, like, I got people commenting and sending me messages every couple of days of how he's a fucking fraud, how he's taking their money, how he hasn't helped them. He's out there saying, ask anybody who's taken my programs, blah, 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 blah. And I'm sure there is. I mean, I'm sure he does. I try to say it often that I think he offers value. But he also takes value from other fucking systems that he has no idea why he's taking value from. All this shit I talk about, I wait till I am divinely inspired, okay? I don't do anything until I'm divinely inspired. What does that mean? That means I want to talk. I want to say something. I want to make sure that I don't just say, I don't know what to talk about. I come out here, and then when things start coming to me and start flowing, then I start speaking because I know what that is. It's the connection I created within the last 5 years. I keep making it stronger and stronger and stronger. This is why I didn't start making videos when I first started right away. I wasn't in any rush to make videos because I wasn't positive if I was ready or not. I had these ideas of things I wanted to do before I started. Fire truck. I had these ideas of things I wanted to talk about by going out and saying, who's frauds and who's not frauds, which people on YouTube are frauds, and how can you figure out frauds? And I chose against that because I thought that wasn't a good thing to do for me. And that's what Better Wizards doing, going out there and telling you which type of magics are frauds, and they're too intellectual, and they're too this, and too that. It's like, everything that comes to me comes from the divine mind, comes from the spirits, comes from knowledge I've learned, and then I get it in coordination with fucking my ancestors, all the spirits that talk through me, and with me, and around me. I mean, half the shit I talk about, I haven't read up on. You know what I mean? The things the things I'm in correspondences for is because I have read on them, and I'm able to. But it's like, to shit on me is to shit on the spirits I work with. And you should be very fucking careful when you do that. You should be very careful when you do that about anybody's spirituality. I mean, how many people on this planet, you want everybody to be a fucking shaman? Like, do you really think everybody should be a shaman? Then stop being so scared that people are going to go other places. There's many people that want to be a shaman, and if you stopped being in scarcity and having to shit on other fucking types of spirituality, then you would get more shaman. Because the reason you're not getting enough fucking business is because you're in scarcity, and like attracts like. You're going to fucking put out bullshit and lie to people when you have no idea about some fucking Western magic. Is there no wonder why you're going through a drought? You're going to be like, I got everything I wanted. I fucking manifest. You're how fucking old now? Like, fuck, man, I've been doing that. You probably weren't even doing this when you were at my fucking age. So, recognize and shut the fuck up. Because, like, enough's enough. Well, I'm just gonna start fucking spilling the beans, man. Like, fuck. Don't talk about shit you have no idea. It's just a sore spot with me. You're damn right it should be. I wouldn't come out here and disrespect your system. Because by disrespecting your system and disrespecting anybody who's ever done it, you're disrespecting a lot of people that have done the shit that I fucking do. And anyways, it doesn't matter. You're not evolved enough. It's like I'm talking to one of my kids. Actually, my kids are more evolved than that. There's no point. I'm just going to end it there. Sorry for everybody who haven't let me vent, but I appreciate you letting me vent. There's a fucking person I'm talking to. Grow up. Well, I guess I'm not done yet. So, I want to make it clear that this video is not saying that I'm against this person. I made it very clear what I was speaking about. I didn't mention his name, out of respect. But, any fucking time you want to go up against me or battle or fucking talk about spirituality, by all means. Now, I'm never going to go on your fucking episodes and comment against you. If you're having a live, even if you were to call me out when I was listening to your live, I would not start commenting while you have the mic. But you want to go head to head where we can both speak and be on camera? By all fucking means. I am there. I can be there right now. I can be there in a few hours. I'll stay up all night just so I can be up at the same time, as so it's not like you going out of your way for me. By all fucking means. I don't want to beef. I don't think there's any good that could come out of me and you beefing or fucking arguing about Western magic or shamanism or any of this shit. There's nothing good that will come out of this. I'd rather us be on the same team. But if you're calling me out by making fun of my tradition, I'm going to defend my tradition. And just, it's pointless, All that was said was, this is why Western magic, it compares Western magic to the law of attraction. Now, there's a big fucking difference between Western magic and the law of attraction. Western magic's been around for a long fucking time. Now, shamanism, he likes to say his shamanism is different from neo-shamanism, which means new shamanism. But, he's not even doing that. He's doing Taoist fucking shit that he's making up as he fucking goes, because he's doing whatever he wants. He's reverse engineering it. Blah, 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 blah. That's not intellectual, though. He's not taking his own fucking practices and using his mind and figuring out how to do it in the right way. No. But it's okay for him. Oh, yeah. It's like, seriously, you want to shoot more shots fired back at me, but go for it. Right now I'm ranting about the fact that you can compare Western magic to the law of attraction and simply just have no first-hand knowledge and be like a hypocrite person who knows nothing is bringing out opinions like a flat earther would about why the earth is flat and the globe earth model is wrong. You are the fucking flat earther telling me that Western magic, the globe earth, is wrong. That's exactly what's going on here. And you can try to flip around and be like, no, I'm the fucking globe, and you're the flat earther. But I didn't fucking come out here and fucking say you're fucking wrong. I never said shamanism is wrong. I never said what you're doing is wrong. You're out here fucking passing judgment and condemnation on a system you've never even fucking done. So by all means, bud, you want to give me different things to fucking talk about and rant about and tell everybody why you don't know what the fuck you're talking about? By all means, bud. My fucking mouth is like a fucking shotgun. Just let me point the fucker at you and I'll blow your fucking head off. Alright? When my mind and my mouth get behind something, the spirits back me up, and I can fucking go on and on and on and on and make you look like a damn fucking fool. And that's what you're scared of. Guarantee it. Because I took your whole Jesus concept and your whole programming thing, and I took the word practice that you had no idea what it fucking meant. Because you're like a fucking 60-year-old, 2-year-old, and you fucking have no idea that you could take those beliefs and use them to empower your fucking self. You had no idea that was even possible. But guess what? There's a man named Bob Proctor who teaches people how to do it, and these people become wealthy from it. Way more wealthy than the shit you've ever taught people how to do. So before you go and say that's bullshit, you can't do that, blah, 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 I'll fucking give you the fucking proof. Try using that as an angle to say why I'm wrong. It ain't gonna work. And I know I'm making all these hypotheticals and blah, 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 blah. I don't care. If he wants to try to use this as a way to say, oh, look, I triggered him. I got him going. That's fine. Because I don't have any animosity against him. I'm not angry. It seems like I am. But I'm not. I'm almost home now. As soon as I walk in the fucking front door, I'm back to Corey LeBlanc, the father of 4, and the husband to the most beautiful wife in the whole fucking world. And this shit goes off. While I'm in front of the camera, yeah, it's a personification. It's a fucking actor. It's just me venting and whatever, And I'm going to get people that are going to be mad that I want to defend the Thunder Wizard. It happens all the time. I'm going to get people that are going to be on my side. I'm going to use both those energies to manifest what I want. Because our Western magicians can do that shit. It's actually fairly fucking simple. If you watch Birch, which, you can get more out of an old Birch or old Frederick Xavier video than you can out of 50 videos from this individual. I almost said their name. Fuck. I didn't want to give it away like that. But anyways. But there's Birch said, you know, the triangle is a potent symbol. Why is the triangle a potent symbol? Well, because the Vikings, the reason they killed it on the water is because they figured they use a triangle sail, how to fucking use the wind to their benefit. Well, it's the same concept when it comes to electricity and energy. These sigils that this person thinks don't work and aren't real and you can't do this and symbols this and blah, 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 blah. He has no idea how to talk to the subconscious mind if he has no ideas what symbolism is. Like, it's just ridiculous. But anyways, see, I can go on and on. It won't stop, man. Fucking things just keep coming to me. I've already turned the camera off twice and now it's on again. It's like something is telling me I need to diss you and I don't want to. It's not just my own little narcissistic bullshit. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Could fucking damn well be. Could be me just having to let some shit out, but whatever. I'll let it go. It'll fucking make good ratings. You know, you ever want to fucking go toe-to-toe, man, on a live channel, me against you, but I'll be fucking there. You really are fucking that confident that you'll tear me a new one? You'll tear anybody apart? I'll fucking put all your laundry up, blah, 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 blah. You really think you can do that shit? Well, by all fucking means, do it. But I'll be here. I'll be here fucking waiting for you when you want to fucking do it, man. I am not fucking worried one fucking bit. I'm pretty sure I would dismantle your fucking ass. You know I'm talking about you, so if you watch this shit and you want to fucking do it, both get good ratings. I'll get a fuck ton of ratings. You're not going to get much more, man. The people that watch me probably watch you, so it's like a lose-lose for you.